I stopped the recording here. What the hell? My name is Insane Raven, and this is another episode of Tales of the Hunt. This is the one where I couldn't die. Now, this game is Bioshock, as it lovingly, what are words? Comes up on screen. We did a story time on this up on the channel, and I love the Bioshock game. I love the Bioshock franchise. They are so well. They're not all made equal. They're all amazing to play and really fun, kind of just to experience and be along for the ride. Now, for the most part, platinuming Bioshock isn't anything special or difficult. It's pretty cut and dry, and there's nothing too difficult about it until you get to the horrible piece of shit trophy, which is called, hold on, I have to look it up on my phone because I am dumb sometimes. I chose the Impossible. Now, I chose the Impossible is a really shitty trophy. You have to play this game on survival difficulty, which you don't see it, and you might not even be able to see any combat with it. Is the difficulty I've currently set it up on at the moment. Whether or not that means anything in regards to this video is beside the point, but it is the hardest difficulty the game has to offer, and you cannot die at all during this playthrough. Now, I've never done any challenge like that to the point of stupidity, but hey, everyone has to do a tough as balls trophy sometime, right? And this was that trophy. This was that hunt for me. When you want to talk about a trophy, a game that is so amazing in regards to how it's made, the topics that it creates, flipping things on their head from a gameplay and narrative perspective, this game does all of it. And it's a magic little wonder in its own rights. But this game is incredibly difficult when you put it on survivor difficulty. Almost to the point with it not being fair. Now, other than the survivor difficulty, not dying on survivor difficulty, I chose the Impossible. None of the trophies are really going to give you a hard time. Everything is kind of just, you know what, you got to grind it out, you got to put in the work, and you'll be fine. Dealing with every little sister, fully researching each of the enemy types. Those are the kind of trophies I mean where you just kind of have to grind it out. There really isn't much to say, but it is how it is. If that makes sense. It is what it is. Currently, the Platinum trophy has a 2.7% as of recording this video. I will also show it like I normally do, but kind of just scrolling through. There's nothing on the list that's too extreme. A good chunk of them you'll get naturally by just playing the story, which is something that, for better or for worse, it's up to you. I've never the trophy designs aren't really anything to talk about. They're all kind of interesting. They keep the era intact, kind of have that almost cartoonish like quality to them, but nothing that's like ooh. But I want to talk about the can't dying part of I chose the Impossible, because this is how that playthrough went. That survival playthrough went. It went, I kill 3 enemies, I save. I kill another 3 enemies, I save. And I just keep inching along in the game as slowly as humanly possible, so I don't get fucked by it. And I had gotten all the way past Peach Wilkinson's little death trap. On my second comeback at the game. I got all through the medical pavilion on survivor difficulty, no problem. I got to the I got to the Fisherman's Dwarf, no problem. But it was after I finished the Peach Wilkinson's ambush that I realized that that was much easier than it should have been, considering everything else that has happened in game. And that's when I kind of got scared. I'm like, okay, why was that so easy when I was anticipating this moment and Sandra Cohen's ambush to be the toughest moment in the game, taking out the Atlas final boss fight. I had pegged these two moments to be the make it or break it for the game. And I got through no really simply. So I got kind of worried and I checked through the options to make sure I was still playing on survival difficulty. Would you believe it? I wasn't. Turns out that when you leave the game and come back to it, keep in mind I'd also been saving every instance like I was before, so my now survival difficulty save file was gone. Just gone. Nothing I can do about it. See you next time. Gone. The amount of like, oh my god, you have got to be kidding me, that just went through me in that moment is almost indescribable. Though that's a word. It's like how I can't even begin to try to explain what just happened. Like, I got through the first level and a half, and now you're telling me that I have to start all the way back from the beginning, and that is brutal. Especially on survival difficulty, especially given that nightmare. Well, I decided that something was definitely wrong because the game just doesn't drop your difficulty setting. Or at least it shouldn't. It shouldn't just drop its difficulty setting after you play a game. After you leave the game for a couple of weeks, it shouldn't just drop it. It should save it. So I searched online to make sure that this was happening to other people and to see if there was anything I could do that would make me not replay the first level and a half of this game again on survival difficulty. Turns out the game has a specific bug in that regard, and you can't, and there's nothing you can do about it when it comes to that. But you can throw it on easy mode and run through the entire game on easy mode, switching it at the very last seconds, right before the final cutscene, to survival mode, and it still counts for a complete survival run through. Now, I don't like to cheese my games. Personally, it seems really shitty. But this is what I mean by it being on survival difficulty and me losing my mind. Oh no. That I'm gonna die. Yes. And that's the kind of thing I was doing for the entire level and a half. And that's why it was so heartbreaking to make that realization that, oh, it put me down too hard, and that wasn't what I needed to be. But I did the glitch, and it worked swimmingly. I got all the difficult, I got like 5 trophies at once, completing the game on hard mode, completing the game on survival mode, completing the game on hard mode without dying, and completing the game on survival mode without using a vital chamber, without dying, all in the same amount of time. And it was a beautiful feeling. After that, I went and got the Avid Inventor trophy, which was the one I was missing, and that was and then I got the Weapon Specialist trophy, which, if you guys are going for it now, it is important to know that that trophy stacks. So, for instance, if you have a playthrough where you get almost all of them done, but you miss one weapon, and if you can remember what that weapon is and fully upgrade that weapon, you'll get the weapon specialist trophy, if that makes sense. So, for example, I had upgraded all of my weapons except for the chemical thrower in all story time and a little bit of time I spent on the second playthrough. So when I got that, so when I went back, fully upgraded the chemical thrower, weapon specialist popped, and I moved on to historian, which was the last trophy I had to get. Now, historian is for finding every audio diary, and it is important to know that there are 2 moments in the game where you can miss the opportunity to get the trophy, and you're kind of just shit out of luck. You can't go back to those sections, and they are missable. The first one is in this portion of the game, the Welcome to Rapture. The Welcome to Rapture audio diaries, where you have to get, I believe it's just 2 of them. I'm not entirely sure, however, and I can't go back on the save file and just check. But there's 2 in here. Alone Again for New Year's Eve, I believe it's called, or something along those lines, and the Hole in the Wall bathroom audio file. But once you pick up those, once you pick up those, you'll be fine, and you'll be in a much better place to pick up the trophy. It's coming from a place of you'll actually be able to get the trophy, type of place. But other than that, I don't have anything else to add. It was an incredibly stressful platinum trophy to go for. It was a platinum trophy that I've honestly loved, and I had so much fun going for and playing the game along with you guys and just going for the platinum all in all. I'm going to try to start saying what number platinum trophy each one is in the video. But this one was number 31, and it was number 7 in a platinum streak that I went on, where I was pretty much just trying to get a platinum trophy a week, and it was really good to make this the 7th platinum in that streak, let alone the 31st in my collection. So now, like always, I'm going to show you the platinum trophy, and that'll be the end of the video. Hold on. And here, this is a platinum trophy that I really just enjoy looking at, because I hate platinum trophies that would just pick. This one actually feels like he did something, and I really do love it. It's a picture of a Big Daddy with almost the outline of Rapture in the background from Andrew Ryan's office. After you kill Andrew Ryan, it kind of has like that silhouette to it. But that's all I have to say about BioShock Remastered. I did get on the PS4. I didn't get it on the PS3. But yeah, it was a good trophy hunt. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'll see you for my next Tale of the Hunts. Bye bye.